There's another classic Tallapoosa bass. You can see again some hints of barring right there. They're not super obvious, but they're there. That real dark horizontal rows of spots. Again, those iridescent spotting right there. Look at that cheek, how blue that cheek is. Amazing. This is a pretty little guy right here. See if we can take a look at him under the water. There, look how those fins just glow again under the water. It's really quite striking, isn't it? And those white tips on the fins. So here's a slightly larger one. Came out of that same pool that the little guy came out of. And again, you can see here, this is another one of those nondescript fish with almost no barring whatsoever, just dark, but you still see the iridescent spots going down the back, or all, scattered all over the back. You still have a really, really, really blue cheek and a really bright blue eye crescent there, and you can really see the white tips on this guy. But most of this fish is pretty nondescript, other than just obvious red-eye characters, right? One thing we don't really know much about these guys is sexual dimorphism in color. Like, we know sunfish, bluegills, real obvious, males and females don't look much alike. Red ear sunfish, red breast sunfish, that's real common in the sunfish family, which of course these are in, these red-eye bass. And so we wonder if that could be that some of the ones that are brightly colored or have the barring or the blotches real bold, if they're males and the other ones are females. No one has tried to even go to that depth yet. There's another one, a little smaller, same hole. You can see look how dark the fins are on that. Like I said earlier, whether or not there's some sexual dimorphism there where the males are more brightly colored than the females, we don't know. But given that the other sunfish species have that commonly, it wouldn't surprise me if that's the case on these bass in particular, who among all the bass are the most colorful by far. Put this guy under the water and take a look, and wow, look at that anal fin. It's just absolutely just sparkles under there. The Tallapoosa bass has the most iridescence of all of the red-eye bass species, and at times it almost looks like, one of those marine fish that have that iridescent color. And you can see all the scales and how they pop when they go under the water, and you can even see a little bit of it on the dorsal fin, which is definitely more common during the spawning season than other seasons, and that's we're near the tail end of that more than likely. But yeah, when you pull it out of the water, you can barely see any of it. That is a water thing for sure. And I don't know if you noticed or not, but the barring has largely disappeared from this fish since I've had it in my hand. It came up looking barred, and now it doesn't. You put it under the water and it's got a little more barring, but not much. So, neat fish. Here's the trophy of the day, more than likely. This one's probably 10 inches. Probably an 8-year-old fish at least. So, skinny compared to the others. I don't know what that's all about. You can see the iridescence in that anal fin and the pectoral fin, or the pelvic fin, excuse me. And oh yeah, you got all that blue around there and a blue eye crescent thing. Honestly, you don't usually see them much bigger than this right here. Pretty guy, without a doubt.